live stream where we reveal how we're helping you connect deeper with your fans using AI. This week, we'll be sharing breakthroughs in fan data analysis, smoother AI interactions, and tips for growing your audience. Join us and level up your music career. Sid, we're going to start this how we usually do. In one word, how are you doing today? And in one sentence, what do you need today?
I'm feeling like in one word, lighter. I'm feeling lighter. I had a long talk with ChatGPT and got a lot of things off my chest. So now I feel lighter. What do I need? Clarity.
Can you elaborate to make it a sentence?
I need clarity on what we need to accomplish over the next week so that I can begin onboarding and building back up momentum.
Copy.
How are you feeling? What's your two?
Feeling powerful or performant.
Okay.
And I need I think that's yours is the same. Yeah. Clarity on what we need to accomplish over the next week to begin onboarding, I think, is a great focusing question. So I align with that as well.
Fuck yeah.
Jumping right in, there was something I'd wanted to do before we went into project goal. Oh yeah, I think I just wanted to kick off an agent scrape so that we can evaluate how it's currently doing, because I know that usually takes a while. Is there a profile you've been playing with, or are we still focused on T Grizzly?
There is a profile that I've been playing with. Sweets, you took the words right out of my mouth. Because my initial thought was we should ground this entire conversation in the actual current production product user experience. So 2 ways we can go about it. One is start from the ground up, create an account, pick an artist, start scraping. But it'll take some time during that process. So I also have begun the process of re-scraping Alejo. So my question to you is, will re-scraping be just as effective as new artist scraping? Meaning if I have an artist that I already scraped before your updates and I click fan segments and I rerun the wrapped, and I click agents and I rerun the wrapped report, will that be as effective? Or is that a separate? Okay, perfect.
You want to share?
Okay. So I will share in that. Share. And it's 1,000 different ones. Let's see if it's here. Boom. All right. So what I want to do while we go through this, if possible, since I'm sharing, if you could write this down. And my question that I want to go ask with everything that we go through on this is, are there any specific product? I don't want to use the word issues, but product expectations that would prevent free trial users from converting to paid customers, and why? And if you see anything that like doesn't meet your expectations or could potentially not meet the user's expectations, please like call it out and let's write that down and have like a current and then expected. I'll give you an example for one of mine that I just found. What specific product issues would prevent our free trial users from converting to paid customers, and why? Looking at the wrapped analysis, the first thing I thought of is why even show segments with only one fan? Like, could that prevent people from using or converting? So my immediate thought was current, any fan segments that are less than, I don't know, we have to come up with a number that we think is the number that is enough to add value to a user. But anything less than that, we just don't show that segment, or the LLM doesn't create segments like that. Thoughts on that note?
Heard and documented.
Do you want to come up with the number? What is your thought on the number of fans that we should just disregard as a actionable segment?
The hesitation I have is some people have low follower counts, and we are risking taking people who only would have one fan for their biggest segment and not showing them anything. But if we're not, so Sid wanted to also talk about onboarding flow. Before we had said we won't prioritize onboarding flow because we're focused on white glove, where it seems like we might kind of be going back to focusing on onboarding. So I think who is our target customer is going to determine how we orient this. Do we not care about people that are only going to have one and you're focusing on white glove, and so onboarding doesn't matter, Pete Rango's feedback? Or are we focused on Pete Rango and his feedback on onboarding is important, and the people that he's onboarding will probably have small amounts of followers, and so segments with one are going to be valuable to those smaller artists?
Well, I guess my question to you, just to answer your question, is I think we should still prioritize our target customer. But my question is a segment of one valuable to is it even a segment if it's just one person? Like, what is the definition of a segment? So even if it is someone who, like a new artist who doesn't have a lot of followers, like the true value of segments is making them revenue driving and actionable. And so there has, like, my thought is one is not revenue driving and actionable. It's an insight, but I don't know if if I would consider it a segment. And then two, again, it provides the user with feedback, that it provides the user with social proof that this, like, the product's doing what it is set out to do, but does it actually provide the user with value? I don't know, man. I'm stuck. What do you think? What does your gut tell you?
You have decided to focus on this point, and so I'm allowing you to keep our attention here. On my side, I'm not understanding how this has any customer brought this up as a pain point. why are we focused on removing things with less than X number? Why is this specific thing where we've spent 10 minutes of this call?
Because I'm trying to identify the points in which a user's our core customer or target customer's expectations are not met.
Then let's get on a call with our core customers and ask them how their expectations are not being met instead of us trying to. There's no way for us to understand how they think.
Deal. All right, fan. All right, moving on. Puerto Rican urban music fans, fire. Spanish urban dance fans. Latin urban music super fans. Colombian concert enthusiasts. What are your thoughts of the scraping?
To me, they look awesome.
And segment names. They're much better. Spanish Regional Festival fire. All right, let's go to, I didn't check this. Funnels. Fans. Ooh. Is this showing the previous ones or what?
It's showing your latest scrape.
Latest scrape. Okay, wait. So should we go to posts first, right?
Posts are where I've been focused over the past 24 hours. So that should have better. It's plural posts, just like fans is plural fans.
What is it in any order?
I don't think I'm doing any sort of order sorting right now.
Okay.
Just getting raw data from Supabase.
Okay, dope. Yeah, because when I re-scraped, I only did Instagram. But yeah,
Instagram.
Yeah. This is
one thing I've been thinking is I want to drop down so that I can select Instagram, like you were just saying. I would love a filter on this page, but again, this isn't being surfaced to end musicians right now in our experience. So I don't know how much time I want to spend focusing on this page when we have not prioritized showing this page to musicians using our platform.
All right, awesome. So is this expected? It's just going to fill up. Is that what's happening? It just takes a minute.
It's pulling all the fans that Alejo has in our database. It's expected that there's a lot of those PFPs, so it looks like we do have a lot of fans where we've been able to scrape all of their data. What we want, my goal with this page is to minimize the bottom section where you see people that don't have any social data and minimize that list down to 0. Because right now that's for existing musicians where you scrape them beforehand, that list is still going to be really long. The goal is to keep focusing on reducing this list to 0. For older musicians, this will be a longer list because they've been scraped before the newest data. These fans are sorted by highest followers first. So the PFP in the top left is your most popular follower. And then the bottom right will be your least popular follower.
Where'd it go? Yeah, it's fire. Yeah, I love it. And I agree with you. Yeah, just like minimizing this or just getting rid of it. Should we make this customer facing? Or do you like
my personal thought is update the wrapped interface so that as soon as posts are in, show the grid for the videos that were scraped on the wrapped page. And then the same thing for fans. Once we get into scraping of fans, as soon as we start seeing fans hitting Supabase, show them in the wrapped UI. So my suggestion is update the wrapped UI to show these primitive components as part of thinking. And maybe a button that from that, if they want to see more, they click on it and it redirects them to this page. But I would start with update the wrapped UI to show a grid of posts that we've scraped, as well as when we get to fans, transitioning that to show a grid of fans that we've scraped.
Update wrapped UI to show fans and posts. I love it. I agree. Just so cool. All right, and then let's go to the wrap or segment, and then let's click one. Oh, I gotta do this.
Brand new account.
It is 1 RPMs.
It's got a lot of musicians though.
Yeah, this is all of the art musicians that they asked to load into their
Did you
account.
load it from Supabase or how?
No, I did it.
You manually added each of those?
This was the manual.
And this is just the first time you're trying to click on one of the segments?
Yeah, with the new scrape. So let me go to Supabase real quick. Should I stop sharing so no emails are shared? Real quick. Table editor. Account. Emails. Filter. 1 RPM at recoupcall.com. Account ID. Select. Credits. Was I on that one? And recoup. Okay, and then can you see? Sorry, let me go back. Entire screen. Share. Uh-oh, why is this frozen? All right, we're back. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. I wonder where the first one down were. Can you hear Bruce snoring?
Yeah. I thought it was a car.
Nope. That's just the dog. Can you imagine bringing home a dog as a puppy and he's like a little tiny puppy, but then he snores like that first night? We were like, what the fuck? Nice. And then we can say, who are my top fans? Yeah. All right, let's fucking go, Sweets.
Social proof.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling about the user experience thus far?
I think it looks great.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. All right. Something that I've just noticed is that something that I did when fixing the chat last week removed it seems like it removed the artist name from these suggestions. And I don't know if that's affecting the actual suggestions or not. So I just want to check on that. But I don't have to do that now. String boxes. All right, fire. Let's see. If I was a music marketing PM, what would I say? What campaign ideas do you have? Let's go. And all of this, I'm down. And it tells you what fans to do. So dope. Fuck yeah, Sweeps. We're back, baby. All right. I'm feeling good. How are you feeling?
What are the blockers to onboarding to regain momentum?
There is no blockers. Everything from here on out is features that are going to enhance the product. I will, after our call, start setting up meetings next week to onboard. And we'll go from there. I mean, I'm already thinking of like little things that I already have in my backlog of like format the chat better so it's easier to read. Like I think I can go into like the system prompt in general and probably work on that for a little bit to make sure that the system is just not delivering generic advice, or as little as possible generic advice. But like those are like little things that I think we can just continue to tweak and iterate on, and nothing's blocking anymore. So I'm excited. Let's fucking go.
Is T Grizzly
Awesome.
working better, or is T Grizzly still showing errors such that you don't want to share that account?
No, we can share that account. I just had this one up and I was working on it before our call, so that's why I shared this one.
Yeah, understood. I'm still focused on T Grizzly, and there's a different question of I want to get an evaluation from you. You had told me it wasn't working before, and I would like to know if that has changed or if it is in the same place. However, you evaluated that T Grizzly was not working before.
It was it on my account? Let's see. No, it's pipeline. Where are we? No. Where is? Recoup. There it is. Oh. Okay, no, it's not that account. Great. Log out, log back in. It must be 300 AMT at recoup.com. And then this must be shared. Boom. And then oh, that's weird. Okay, that's a bug showing. But I mean, I guess that would never happen. Would that happen if they had other accounts? Like, yeah, that's not a crazy bug. All right. segments. Let's do a scrape. And that was just Instagram, right? Or should we do all
Do
of
them all. Put a space in T and Grizzly for Spotify.
And then one of them was, I think Twitter was official.
No, I think that's correct for all of them, but I think it'd be good to verify.
X. Oh, no, you're right. T Grizzly. One of them was incorrect. Maybe it was.
I think you might be thinking of Alejo.
No. Let's just double check. Yeah, see, this one is T underscore.
I've been looking up
Grizzly.
Yeah, we've had a different profile on, and the other profile has had 0 videos.
Yeah, that's why. All right. The scraping. All right, cool. You want me to stop sharing while this scrapes, and then we can get back to it when it's done?
Sure. Here, I think we start to throw on this page. We show each of the profiles that we just scraped. And then once one of them starts jumping into videos, stack the videos on top of the profiles or maybe underneath the profiles. I'll order it in one way or another, but at the end of the scraping, you'll have 3 sections at a minimum. You'll have a section for all the profiles that we scraped, a section for all the posts we got for each of those profiles, a section for all the fans for each of those posts. I think those 3 sections are what I'll start with, so that, yeah, right now we've just got text, and then expect more content in that bottom to get filled in over time to make it more dynamic, this experience.
I love it.
Yeah, go ahead. You can jump to wherever you wanted to go now.
No, I'm good. Let's continue, and I'm gonna put this up here and let it scrape so that we can get back to it when it's done.
Cool.
Sweet. How you feeling about scraping and segments?
I've been going through a big, the goal was to save videos from fans. When we scrape their profile, we get that info. I've been rewriting that for probably the past 2.5 hours, because right now, when we save comments inside of that function, we look up the profile, all the profiles, we save all that data onto Arweave, and then we were also going to add save the videos, and all of this is nested inside of a function called save comments. And so my red light went off of, it doesn't make any sense for us to be saving videos and enhancing profiles in a function called save comments. And so I've been trying to grip the functions that we've nested and tightly coupled with saving comments, bring it up to the top so that the orchestration at the higher level makes more sense. I was most of the way there, and I was testing my change right before this call. And I'm just on cleanup steps to get that merged in. Once that's done, I think I've already split it up so that videos, when I say already done, I think it's already shipped to prod. I wrote it this morning. I can't remember if it's wrapped up in this big one I spent 2 hours on, or if I already got it out. As soon as posts are scraped, they're saved into Supabase. As soon as comments are scraped, they're saved into Supabase. Then we update the profiles after we've saved that info. We try to then go in and update so that you can view the post page quickly. You can view the profiles page quickly. The question that I have is anything missing, or is it working? I focused on posts. There was nothing wrong with posts, but on the front end on the post page, we weren't using the pagination queries, so there wasn't really a change for that. But Sid had told me that T Grizzly was not working correctly, and so I'm trying to understand what specifically was not working correctly. Was it that Sid went onto the post page and he only saw 12? If that's the case, that was not an issue with scraping. That was an issue with the front end. I fixed that. Was it an issue with the fans page? Was it an issue with something else? In order for me to answer how is scraping going, I would like to understand from the person who reported the problem, how is it going? And more, yeah, if the answer is not perfect, what are the specific details that make it less than perfect?
All right, perfect. No pun intended. But no, I think I originally think that the initial problem was we weren't getting a bunch of segments, or like it wasn't. It didn't seem like there was a bunch of fan segments. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Didn't seem like there was the amount of fans in segments to match the amount of comments from his Instagram. And then when I went to his fans page and his post page, the UI didn't seem like it was scraping, or it wasn't showing us that. And so that's when I reported the problem of like, hey, is scraping working? Is the segmentation working?
I remember fans page only showed 2 PFPs for T Grizzly when you initially reported the bug.
Yeah.
And that is one of my
goals. It seems like it's working for Alejo now. So I would imagine it's working for T Grizz.
What steps
do you want to just share your screen? It's on Twitter is complete, looking at overlays and captions for TikTok and looking at overlays and captions for Instagram.
Okay. Your question was what?
Do
you want to
finish what you were shipping on this call, or do you want to just wait until after the call?
We could. That's a valid option for how we spend the rest of this call. Is that the highest and best use of our time?
Can you share the Notion real quick and see where we're at? All right, fire. Product demo. Let's go. Segment page. Delete the Y show segments with one fan. Get rid of it. Wrapped UI. Thinking. Show posts and post. Show fans. Cool. Log out actual. No page. Required. Log out. We can keep it, but that's like a bug that's I'm not too worried about.
What other bugs did I miss during your demo that are not reflected here in this first product demo section of the Notion?
None. We're good. I think we can move on. Let's run through this.
All right. We're already 50% through our call, so let's try to optimize our attention on the points that are going to add the most value to where we're trying to go and not hyper-focus on smaller details so we can get through this all the way. Project goal,
Yep.
Major record label in your project, in your pocket at 1/10 the cost with the full team working so you can focus on the art. Recoup makes it easy for musicians and other creators to build and manage AI agents at scale on base. Recoup helps musicians get paid. Feedback, keep going.
How do you feel about the project goal so far? Cool.
You?
Agreed.
Q1 goals, I believe this is potentially the last week for Q1, maybe 2 weeks left. 1 valuable product, 2 sit-in suites used on a daily basis. Focusing on 1 valuable product, segments need to directly tie back to improving campaigns for artists and driving revenue. Segments need to have a big enough data set, number of fans to move the needle. Actual too small, segments limited to 100 fans. Need to scrape followers, not just comments, not monetize, not clear how to monetize. I said lack of immediate results. I'll start on my side. This lack of immediate results is still my preference, and we've already started talking about that for today. I still think that for any onboarding, that's going to be one of the more important pieces. So I still think that that's important. I'm not going to change my response, tossing it to you. Changes or same?
Changes. Remove too small. Remove need to scrape followers. And I agree with that. It's still missing a clear opportunity sentence, and I'm with you updating the segment names and the scraping and everything. Did that affect the way that fan report or the fan segment reports are generated? Like, did that in turn make fan reports smarter because it has that data, or are those not coupled right now?
Fan report is an HTML report that is generated on the front end that is disconnected from the scraping process, if I'm understanding the point in the human experience you're talking about. Are you talking about the HTML report?
Correct.
I have not touched that. I have no idea what goes into it. I have not looked at that code. That code has been built by a different dev, and nobody other than that dev has touched or looked at that code, as far as I know.
Okay, perfect. So then, yeah, that would be my biggest thing, is to it's not a blocker for onboarding or anything, but I think like valuable product is like our scraping results should be coupled with the information that we show the user, and making sure that they are one and the same, right?
Can you point out a specific part in one of your reports to help me understand where the problem is or where you want it to change, so that I can have a more clear vision of what the acceptance criteria is?
Sure. In the Alejo, I can't remove it. Can you pull up yours? Because I'm scraping. I mean,
you can just open up a new tab, right? Or
yeah, exactly.
You're signing into different accounts now, aren't you? You're not managing all of them.
Yeah, I can. Hold on. Let me just pull up a guest. And then let me go. And then let me log in. Can you see my screen?
Nope. Yep.
Let me. That's the shared. Where did it just go? There it is. Okay, cool. Alejo segment. We did this one. So this, a good example is scraping got 213 fans. When we click into it, it says 1,090 fans. So it makes me feel like this report is not actually grabbing from the data.
Which line? Segment size?
Segment size.
Okay. Segment size actual shows 1,090. What's required?
In fact, 213.
Required show correct size 213 added with imaginary multiplier. Copy. Got it.
All right, that's the main one. And then the question becomes like, if that's not connected, then is any of this actually connected? Or is this also just hallucination as well, you know? So I remember at one point you had connected this to segments and like you got real detailed with like the potential brand partnerships, and they were real niche and real interesting. And we like made sure that we didn't have like the gigantic blue chip things and stuff. So yeah.
That's the brand matchmaking section where it gives you these specific company names.
Yeah, exactly. But it's the same thing. Like, it's not like, it just says fashion forward. Like,
Is that not a real company?
No, Local Beats.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Local Beats streaming service.
Yeah. All right, but that's my main blocker. That's not a blocker, but that's my main takeaway. All right. Reshare your screen. Oh, let's go. Web search.
Valuable product. That detour was to focus on your feedback. What is missing from here to reflect whatever detour we just took?
That's it.
Anything else for quarter or for valuable product?
Nope.
Okay, Sid and Sweets use and get value on a daily basis. Sid says chat is broken, need to ship open PRs. Creating a chat to a second artist adds the chat to the first artist. Chat has no context of previous messages in the room. I said need to scrape all followers to have more data, thus better segments. How can Recoup scrape 100% of artist followers on Instagram? How can I overcome Instagram IP blocking and authorization blockers for getting follower list? I'll start. For me, I don't think followers is an attainable goal, so I'm going to delete that as something that is not something we should be focusing on. Get value on a daily basis. It's not giving me any daily recommendations straight into my inbox. I would like it to be doing outreach to me. Outreach to me, to my inbox on a daily basis with specific recommendations to grow.
Love that.
MIQ. How can Recoup send can send musicians a message on a daily basis with recommendations for how to grow their social? Okay, your response changes from last time?
You can delete all that. That's all good.
Okay.
And get value on a daily basis. I agree with yours. I'm going to align with yours.
Do you have a different MIQ, or you just want copy and paste?
my MIQ is, what do we provide record labels that is necessary that they can't get anywhere else?
I'm going to delete it. You've been saying the same one. In Thailand, when I was at the monastery, a very old monk was teaching us, and he said, each time you sit down to meditate, you should be progressing in your practice. If you're sitting down and you have a mantra and you have that same mantra at the end, your practice was not sincere enough. The practice should be changing as a result of each time. And I'm planting this in your head. The MIQ, as a result of the practice, should be changing. If the MIQ is not changing, we are not sincerely approaching the MIQ. We've had the same MIQ for you've had the same MIQ for roughly a month. If we were sincere about this, it would be changing with more detail. It would be changing to new things that we're discovering. How can you be more sincere about this MIQ to get a conclusive answer so that this question gets closed, or test the validity of this MIQ to be able to rephrase it in a way that gets you closer to being able to have a concrete answer?
I like that.
Or is your goal to just have this question and never have it answered? Anything else in quarter goals, or move on?
Move on.
Okay, we are 3/4 through the call. We are on monthly goals. 15 minutes left. Monthly goal for March. We have only A. Convert free trial to paid customers. We have 6 points inside of converting free trial to paid customers. 1, scrape all data, missing followers scraped. 2, segment name generation, problems too small, missing followers, missing opportunity, not clear how to monetize. 3, missing opportunity, actual, its name and number of fans, required name, number of fans, and opportunity. Opportunity, the segment provides to amplify the artist's current social profile. Real opportunity, not hallucinated. Point 3, make sure segment chats and real chats work. Once existing pull requests are shipped, this should be complete. More tools. Get segment report, get artist research, create artist research, streaming response, actual wall of text, required stream text, connect artist to the user's account. Point 4. Point 5, set up follow-up meeting for onboarding call. Step 6, MIQ. SIDS MIQ, what context should always be included in a chat if you have selected an artist. Sweetman, what is the most robust way to scrape Instagram followers? Starting at the top. Convert free trial to paid customers. Last time we said scraping all data, missing followers. I recommend delete that.
Agreed.
Scraping all data. What else is missing? How is T Grizzly?
Still scraping. On Twitter is complete. Instagram is complete. TikTok is looking at overlays and captions.
What is missing for us to be able to say we're scraping all data here?
What is missing? I think you just wrapping up the user or fan posts, and then I'm kind of all good with it.
Segment name generation, problem, too small, missing followers, missing opportunity, not clear how to monetize. On segment name generation, I'm going to delete followers. Problems, segment name generation, what are the problems? I'll let you start.
Segment name generation. I think the monthly goal is to convert free trial to paid customers. I think I really like what you said in the beginning, which is like, this is all speculation of whether this is going to prevent people from actually converting. So I almost want to get rid of it and onboard people and then ask them.
Get rid of opportunity, you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, unless you agree and that opportunity is something that we should prioritize, the opportunity statement in the fan in this name in the fan segment cards is something that we should prioritize this week. If you don't, if you're not 100% like, yeah, this is going to make a difference, then I'm cool with deleting it.
I'm going to delete. What problems exist in segment name generation, or do we put a check beside this?
I think we put a check.
Okay. Make sure segment chats and recent chats work. Once existing pull requests are shipped, this should be complete. Delete. More tools, streaming response. More tools I still align with. We still only have one tool, and I think more tools is something to convert free trial to paid customers. Streaming responses, I'm not sure. Do you still have a preference on this?
Delete.
Web search, MCP servers, other tools. Connect artists to users account. I've been able to do this with T Grizzly when you gave me the bug. What are the specific items in here that need to be added, or do we put a check mark beside it? On my mind, there's a check.
Check.
Set up follow-up meeting for onboarding call. What are your next steps for this? Or blockers?
No blockers. Next steps is reach out to sales pipeline and set up meetings for next week.
MIQ, mine was what is the most robust way to scrape Instagram followers, IP blocking, authorization, deleting this. For converting free trial to paid customers, how can Recoup be more omnipresent in my own life and the lives of our customers, of our musicians? Your MIQ, converting free trial to paid customers.
What can I do? What can Sid do during the onboarding process and throughout the trial to make sure the user understands how to get value?
Anything else in March monthly goal?
Nope.
We have less than 10 minutes left. Sections we still have are free trials, linear reflect, weekly goals, and MIQ. If we can only hit one of these, which one do you feel will be most impactful for the time that we have? Free trials, weekly goal, linear reflect, weekly goal, MIQ.
I think free trials we can skip. I think I'm going to go to weekly goals.
Sounds like a good plan. Let's delete what was last week and move up this week. X. Boom. Okay, mine was scrape Instagram followers. I did not get any of these completed. The first half of my week was spent trying to get followers. There was no progress on that. I recommend we do not try to pursue followers, because every company that has tried, it turns into a battle, and we want wind at our backs, not facing a battle for one platform to try to squeeze out a tiny bit of juice that is potentially there, not knowing there. Segment names opportunity sentence. I think this gets deprioritized until we see a real reason to add it. Combine lookalikes, feels like a marginal benefit rather than something that actually, so I'm going to delete all of these weekly goals. I think thinking, wrapped UI thinking, social proof. Well, I guess for now, I'm just going to say X on all of them, and I didn't get these. We didn't do them. Instagram, Monday to Wednesday, no progress to no fruits from research. Segment names, opportunity sentence. I do not think this is highest importance. Same with this. I do not think this is highest importance. Going through yours.
I did not fix chat response to stream text. That was a bigger issue than I thought. Although I did get all the product issues that I think would prevent the free trial humans from converting, which was mainly just chat bugs. So that's correct, or that's finished. And I did not reach out to human trials. I'm doing that tomorrow or today. So that did not get finished. And then the fix eval system, I think that's a deeper conversation that we're going to have about how to attack evals.
And then the rest of these?
Recent chat display, good. No, just get rid of those.
You completed them, or no?
The only thing that we did not, or no, I did not. Segments reports did not. Suggestion boxes did not. The week was filled with getting the chat working and getting my linear ticketing PR repos to a understandable, small, easy to read approval state.
We have less than 5 minutes. I recommend either weekly goals or MIQ, or focus on both of those.
This weekly goal so we can get clarity.
Me, wrapped UI thinking, show the results from scraping in real time. And I'll fix HTML segment report so that I don't pawn it off and say, I haven't touched this, I don't know. I'll get my hands in it so that I can take responsibility for the code we're shipping. If T-Grizzly still broke, but we haven't verified that, is that still ongoing?
It is still ongoing, looking over at overlays and captions.
Get these done. And I think I'll leave open space to fill more in instead of trying to over-define here. Social proof, do these move the needle? Fixing the segment report, that number is going to be relatively easy. I'm going to add in hopefully a tool for web search, potentially with an MCP server. I'm going to go ahead and add in here which backend LLM framework will be more effective for our Recoup's product goals. Lang graph versus Vercel AI SDK. Throwing it to you, weekly goals.
Weekly goal is to onboard everybody in the trial pipeline.
Want to get specific names or go on to a different goal?
Oh, we can go on a different goal. We have it. It's on the list from the founders. That recoupable. But I'm going to add that to my linear tickets, so that they're not separate. Do you bind it?
You putting linear tickets for pipelines?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, use linear how you want.
Okay, cool. And then second is that's it. That's my focus.
Your MIQ for the week?
It's the same one as above, which is what can I do during customer onboarding to make sure that the customer understands how to get value from the product.
Just that?
Yep.
Copy.
Keep it simple.
Stop sharing. You're adding a ton of linear tickets. I'll be going in and deleting anything that's in the done. If you have more than 25 or 30 tickets, it's going to start to get us closer into the paid tier. So just make sure if you're going to write millions of tickets, do it in your own personal linear account so that if you exceed the 150 free tickets, you can pay for that to understand the value that you're getting out of the linear service. Otherwise, I'll delete linear tickets. Anything that's done, I'll be deleting. And on my side, I'll clear any tickets that I've added. What else do you want to talk about before we wrap up?
I shipped knowledge base. Do you want to review it? Do we have time?
Yeah, let's go ahead and share. Let's see what you shipped. What is your goal in asking for my review on it if you've already shipped it?
No, I didn't really ship it. I opened a PR.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. What would you like me to do? Open the PR?
Yes, sir.
Wait, let's put a.
Actually, why don't you pass it over to me? I'll share and find it.
Okay.
You sent it in DMs or it's only in code review?
It's in. It should be in your code review.
Code review.
Oh, I'm so excited for this one because I tried to make it as.
How does this one get tested?
It's in the ticket, but I can walk you through it. Would you prefer me putting testing instructions in the message?
In the thread, like first message in the thread, say this is how you test these changes.
Got it.
That way I can just see it. Okay. You want me to log in?
Yes, please.
To make sure I have time between this and my next stream, I'm going to hard cut us off in 2 minutes so that I at least have 5 minutes between this stream and my next stream.
All good. What's the next stream?
Juanpi, a builder down here in Argentina, wants to vibe code for a product he has. He's one of the judges on the hackathon I'm doing this weekend.
Nice.
He's also core in the base community. Four nine four 787. Where do I go now?
Open up any artist settings and go to text edit and create a text file off platform, like just on your own computer.
All right, I got to wrap up. You want to do the outro, or should I do the outro?
I will do the outro. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and subscribe and share the video. And